Welcome to Pet Gadget Picks. We find the smartest tech for your happiest pets. From automated feeders to smart toys, we review them all so you don't have to.
You feed your cat before work, scoop the litter before bed, and still catch yourself wondering if you actually filled the water bowl before you left. Busy owners don't need more gadgets, they need the 10 that actually buy back time without creating new chores to manage. I dug through specs, real listings, and current prices to rank the 10 smart pet gadgets built specifically for people who don't have 3 hours a day to spare. Let's start at the bottom. Quick heads up before we start climbing. The number one pick on this list isn't a camera or a tracker. It's the one gadget most owners write off as an unnecessary splurge until they actually do the math on how much time it saves every single week. Number 5. iFetch Original Automatic Ball Launcher. Number 10. The iFetch Original Automatic Ball Launcher. If your dog treats fetch like a full-time job, this thing takes the job off your hands. It's a simple mechanical launcher that fires a mini tennis ball about the size of a golf ball out to 10, 20, or 30 feet, and you switch between those distances with one button. It comes with 3 balls, and you can run it plugged into the wall or on 6C batteries if you want to take it into the backyard. For a dog that just wants motion and repetition, this genuinely replaces 15 minutes of you standing there throwing a ball. Here's the honest trade-off. This isn't a smart gadget in any real sense. There's no app, no schedule, no way to check in on your dog remotely while you're at work. It only launches the small mini tennis ball size that ships with it, so it's really built for small to medium dogs. If you've got a big dog who wants a standard size ball, iFetch sells a separate model called the iFetch 2 for that. And like any automatic thrower, it works best with some supervision early on, especially with dogs who like to chew rather than fetch. This is the gadget you buy specifically because your dog needs more physical exercise than your schedule allows, not because you want remote monitoring or data. It's mechanical, it's reliable, and it lands at the bottom of this list only because everything above it does more for the busy owner problem specifically, which is staying connected while you're gone. For pure energy burning on autopilot, it still does its job well. Number 4. PetSafe Healthy Pet Simply Feed. Number 9. The PetSafe Healthy Pet Simply Feed. This is the feeder version of that same idea. No app, no Wi-Fi, just a genuinely dependable timer. It holds 24 cups of dry or semi-moist food, and you program it right on the unit's LCD screen for up to 12 meals a day in portions from 1/8 of a cup up to 4 cups. If your pet inhales food too fast, there's a slow feed mode that spreads a meal out over about 15 minutes instead of dumping it all at once. It runs on 4D batteries that PetSafe says last around 9 months, so a power outage doesn't mean a missed breakfast. What you give up is everything remote. You can't check on it from your phone, you won't get a low food alert on your lock screen, and if you want to change the schedule, you have to physically walk over and press buttons on the unit. It's also explicitly built for cats and smaller to medium dogs. So if you've got a bigger dog eating bigger portions, the 24-cup hopper empties faster than you'd expect. I'd call this the gadget for owners who want reliability more than data. You're not trying to watch your pet eat. You just need to guarantee breakfast happens whether or not you wake up on time. It's a workhorse, not a connected device, which is exactly why it lands near the bottom of a smart gadgets list, even though plenty of busy owners will genuinely prefer its simplicity. Number 3. Tractive DOG 6 GPS Tracker. Number 7. The Tractive DOG 6 GPS Tracker. Tractive built its reputation on being the budget-friendly GPS option, and the DOG 6 backs that up with real numbers. It's rated for up to 2 weeks of battery life per charge, which is genuinely long for a tracker constantly pinging GPS and cellular data. It clips onto a collar your dog already wears, works for dogs over 8.8 pounds, sets up custom virtual fences around your yard or neighborhood, and sends an escape alert the moment your dog crosses that line. The newer feature here is vital sign monitoring, tracking changes in heart and respiratory rate on top of the usual activity and sleep data, so you get an early flag if something in your dog's baseline shifts. The catch is the subscription. The tracker itself is only half the cost, and you need an active plan, starting around $5 a month, to actually get location data and alerts, since without it, the hardware is just an inert clip. Coverage also depends on cellular signal in your area, so if you live somewhere with spotty service, your real-time updates won't always be real-time. And the vital sign feature is newer to this lineup, so treat it as a helpful trend indicator rather than a diagnostic tool. If you want dependable GPS tracking without paying premium collar prices, this is the practical pick, especially for owners whose real fear isn't a lost dog on a hike, it's a dog who slips out the gate while you're at work. Confirm current subscription pricing before you buy, since plans and promotions shift often. Number 2. Whistle. Go explore. Number 6. The Whistle. Go explore. Whistle leans harder into health data than any tracker below it on this list. It uses AT&T's 4G LTE-M network to update your dog's location roughly every 15 seconds, and beyond just GPS, it tracks activity, calories, distance, and behaviors like licking, scratching, and sleep patterns, the kind of data that can flag an emerging health issue before it turns into an emergency vet visit. Battery life is rated at up to 20 days, and there's a built-in light for visibility on evening walks. A small detail, but a genuinely useful one if you're walking a dark-coated dog after sunset. The honest limitation is that it's built for dogs 25 pounds and up, so if you've got a smaller breed, this isn't your tracker. It also requires an ongoing subscription tied to the cellular connection, and because pricing and plan structures on these subscription trackers change fairly often, you'll want to check Whistle's current plan cost directly rather than trusting an old number you saw somewhere. It's also a dedicated tracker, not a full smart collar, so you're getting location and health data, not training features or two-way communication. For a bigger dog and an owner who wants health trends as much as location, this earns its spot in the middle of the pack. Strong data, dependable battery, but locked to a subscription and a minimum dog size that rules some pets out entirely. Number 1. Furbo, 360 degrees. Dog camera. Number 5. The Furbo 360 dog camera, specifically the basic, no subscription version. Furbo's calling card is the treat toss, but the camera itself is what matters for a busy owner. You get 1080p video, a motorized 360-degree rotating view, so the camera follows the room instead of leaving blind spots, 4x digital zoom, color night vision, and two-way audio, all through the Furbo app. Barking alerts, live view, and treat tossing all work out of the box, with no monthly fee required to use those core features. Where it gets complicated is the paid tier. Furbo's AI-powered smart alerts, cloud video recordings, and the Doggy Diary feature all live behind the optional Furbo Dog Nanny subscription. So if you want automatic clip saving or more advanced alert filtering, you're back to paying monthly. Some reviewers have also noted it doesn't integrate cleanly with Alexa, and barking alerts can trigger on ambient noise that isn't actually your dog. It's also strictly a camera and treat dispenser. It isn't feeding your dog a real meal or tracking their location. If what you actually want is eyes on your dog during the workday, plus the ability to toss a treat when separation anxiety kicks in, the basic Furbo 360 delivers that without forcing a subscription on you immediately. It's a strong, middle-of-the-pack pick precisely because it does one job, remote presence, really well without pretending to be an all-in-one system. Closing recap. So here's how this breaks down by what you actually need. If your dog just needs to burn energy while you're at work, the iFetch earns its keep. If you want guaranteed feeding without any tech to manage, go with the Simply Feed. For picky drinkers, the Cat at Pixie solves hydration quietly. If tracking and escape alerts are your priority, Tractive and Whistle both deliver, just at different price points and dog sizes. Want eyes and ears on your pet during the day? The Furbo 360 handles that without a forced subscription. For full remote feeding control, the PetSafe Smart Feed is hard to beat. If you want the most complete health and location picture on a collar, the Fi Series 3 Plus is the one to look at. And if you want the single gadget that gives back the most time every week, the Pet Libro camera feeder and the Litter Robot 4 are the two worth saving up for. Drop a comment with which one you're actually considering, and I'll tell you honestly if it fits your setup. If this saved you some research time, subscribe. I'm ranking a new category of pet tech every week.